What are we doing out here, Matt?
Came to rip shit up, get a tree.
We got ourselves a tree. To there. Oh yeah, guys. Ready to let it rip, Santa? Let it rip! What do you think? Hey, what's up guys? Danny here with Muscle Mechanics, and I came into the shop today to give you guys an update on the Pontiac Firebird and also a special gift that somebody sent to me. Well, let's go over that first. So we got two things actually. This one we'll go over first though. Some 3D printed items here and a letter from Richard Smith. And it says, "How's it, Danny? I just wanted to say that the Slayer Camaro is badass, and your car and videos have inspired me to go back to my roots and buy a car like yours. I'm a 3D printing nerd and decided to print out a couple little trinkets that I thought you might like. Happy holidays, and keep driving the wheels off of that thing. Regards, Richard Smith." There's no Instagram on here. It says aloha.net, and it said, "How's it here?" So I'm assuming he used to live in Hawaii, but it says Rockland, California there. I used to live in Hawaii for a few years also. Hey, thank you for that, man. That really means a lot to me. You know, we just drive, man. We're just doing what we love here, and I'm glad that we can inspire people. A couple people have DM'd me on Instagram with similar stories like this, but nobody's ever went to the extent of sending me something in the mail and actually going out of their way to make me something. So that's super cool and thoughtful of you, dude. Thank you so much. Over here, we got Built to Beat sent us some stickers, and I think these suit the Slayer Camaro quite well. This one here will probably find its way on my car somewhere. So thanks for that. Also, David from Wright Fabrications, thank you for the hat here. Camouflage, it's got, I believe, El Camino on there. Pretty cool. Been sporting it for the past few days. Thank you. Anyways, back to the Pontiac Firebird. So as you can see, the suspension is no longer on the front of this thing, and the engine is now sitting over there in that corner. So we've been putting some hours into this thing today. We built this little dolly so we can move it in and out of the shop, so we can scrub underneath this thing and not make a big mess inside here, because I do still have my Barracuda underneath here. My poor car is hidden over here underneath. We scrubbed the heck out of the firewall today and got all the grime off of it, and it's now clean. This is just painted factory metal and like no rust up here at all. The front subframe is over at the powder coater, along with all the front suspension pieces and the core support for the radiator. A lot of other items went over there yesterday. So once we get those back, we plan on having the bottom of this car completely done and cleaned up. The same thing with the firewall, and we'll throw underneath the front suspension and rebuild that rear end, that 10 bolt with new leaf springs, and throw it underneath the back of this thing. And then we're going to start stripping the car down to bare metal and see what we really have here. I believe it to be pretty rust free. I mean, this thing had a vinyl top, and I don't see anywhere here where there's cancer at all, like along this line here, because it was inside most of its life. Underneath the bottom is nice and clean. We'll be putting some fresh undercoating underneath this car. So great start. Over here we have the engine that we pressure washed today. And I could see here that this is the original, like a factory blue color that Pontiac uses. And here's some red paint. So that means that these heads must have been rebuilt before, or maybe the whole motor was. I'm not too sure yet. The original owner doesn't seem to know much about it. Here's the AC. This compressor still turns. AC compressor still turns. We'll put 12 volts to this wire here and see if the clutch engages, and hopefully we can reuse this thing. Throw some fresh oil in there. Charge her up with 134A, not R12. Transmission, we'll probably just send that out to get rebuilt. That's basically the shop update for right now. We kind of have a mess in here, but tomorrow we're gonna get this place all cleaned up, maybe scrub the floors. These floors look really bad, but they're linoleum floors, and they're just kind of stained. So even if we polish them, they still look crappy like this, unfortunately. But all in all, I kind of like them because they're easy to slide underneath the car, kind of slippery. That's all. Anyways, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.
My mama couldn't get through to me. The drama, people suing me. I'm on TV talking like it's just you and me.